What actually happens inside your skull when you go weeks without seeing another human face? It shrinks. It starts inventing people who aren't there, and it loses all track of time. You have felt the faint edge of this yourself. The loneliest stretch of the lockdowns, when the days blurred and your mood sank. Now imagine that, but the door never opens. No conversation, no touch, no faces. Just you, four concrete walls, and time. Being alone by choice is not the problem. The problem is isolation with no end, and no one. We need other people about as deeply as we need food or sleep. 200 years ago, reformers thought total isolation would make prisoners reflect and repent. It is literally where the word penitentiary comes from. Instead of peace, the prisoners fell apart. One visitor wrote that it was worse than any torture of the body. They had found something we keep relearning. The mind cannot hold itself together completely alone. Researchers once scanned the brains of a small crew who spent over a year cut off from almost everyone. When they came back, a part of the brain had physically shrunk. The region that took the hit was the hippocampus, your memory, and your inner map. It is what lets you learn, remember, and know where you are. Starve it of a rich, changing world, and it does less and gets smaller. Isolation is a slow, grinding stress, and that stress wears the region down. So the shrinking is not a feeling or a metaphor. It shows up on the scan. Cut off from the world, the brain refuses to sit in the emptiness. In one set of experiments, volunteers were sealed away from all sight and sound. Within a day or two, many of them began to hallucinate. Given nothing to work with, the brain simply starts making something. In real solitary, it turns darker. People hear voices, footsteps, their own name whispered when no one is there. One prisoner, held over a year, kept hearing someone screaming for help. It took a guard to make them realize the screams were their own, and time itself comes apart. Minutes stretch into hours. An afternoon can feel like a week. With nothing to mark the days, the brain loses track of when it even is. This is why much of the world now calls prolonged solitary what it is: torture. The line many draw is 15 days. Past that, the damage starts to set in for good. And yet some people have endured it for years, even decades. That anyone walks out of that still standing says something about how stubborn the human spirit is. But the deepest lesson is in what breaks first. Take away other people, and the brain treats it like losing food or sunlight. It does not drift into calm. It quietly degrades, which points at something almost hopeful. We were never built to be islands. We are built for each other. That restless ache you felt in lockdown was not weakness. It was your brain doing exactly what it was made to do, reaching for someone. So call the person you keep meaning to call. Your brain has been asking you to the whole time.